Let me hit you with something uncomfortable. When you picture old age, what image flashes through your mind? Wrinkles, weakness, loneliness, or wisdom, peace, and a heart that smiles without reason? Here is the reality. Old age is not a crisis to be managed. It is a season to be embraced. But this is the truth most people never hear. Many people grow old, but very few grow beautifully old. Today, let us uncover the secrets to a healthy old age. Not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Most of us treat our body like a machine that will somehow run forever. We push it, ignore it, overwork it, and assume it will cooperate, But the body keeps a silent record of everything. Every skipped meal, every late night, every moment of neglect. In youth it adjusts, in old age it presents the bill. A healthy old age is not created suddenly at 60 or 70. It is quietly built in the small ordinary choices we make every day when nobody is watching. It is in choosing a walk over laziness, water over excess sugar, rest over unnecessary stress. These decisions seem trivial in the moment, but across time they determine the quality of our later years. Think of the body as your lifelong companion. If you ignore a friend for years, you cannot expect warmth when you finally need them. Similarly, if you abandon your health for decades, you cannot demand strength when you grow older. Care must be consistent, not occasional. Movement is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools available to us. The body is built to move, to stretch, to stay active. When we stop moving, we begin to stiffen, not just physically, but mentally as well. A daily walk, a little stretching, even light activity keeps the body alive and responsive. Food also plays a quiet but powerful role. What we consume today becomes the energy or the burden of tomorrow. Eating mindfully is not about rigid diets or deprivation. It is about awareness. It is about asking, is this nourishing me or damaging me? Over time, the body reflects those answers. Rest is equally essential. Many people wear sleeplessness like a badge of pride, as if exhaustion signals dedication. But the body heals, repairs, and rebuilds during rest. Without adequate sleep, even the strongest body starts to crack. The truth is straightforward. When you care for your body early, your body cares for you later. Independence in old age is not fortune. It is preparation. The ability to walk, to move, to live without constant support is among the greatest gifts you can offer your future self. So begin today, not tomorrow, not next year, today. Because your future is not something that suddenly materializes. It is something you are silently constructing step by step, choice by choice, day by day. Many people are deeply obsessed with looking young, but very few invest in thinking young. They color their hair, dress sharply, and work hard to preserve appearances. Yet their thoughts grow rigid, repetitive, and exhausted. True youth does not emerge from appearance. It rises from the freshness of the mind. A healthy mind is not one that knows everything. It is one that stays hungry for learning. The moment we decide we know enough, growth stops. And when growth stops, aging begins. Not in the body, but in the spirit. Curiosity is the lifeline of mental youth. Children ask questions without hesitation. They explore, they wonder, they remain captivated by the world. But as people age, they often trade curiosity for certainty. They stop asking questions. They stop exploring gradually. Life turns predictable and hollow. To keep the mind alive, one must deliberately stay engaged. Read books, develop new skills, pursue different ideas. It does not matter what you learn. What matters is that you never stop learning. A new language, a hobby, even absorbing a different perspective. These keep the brain active and sharp. Conversation also plays a tremendous role. Surround yourself with people who stretch your thinking, not only those who echo you. Growth frequently emerges from discomfort. When we encounter new ideas, we broaden our understanding. When we stay inside echo chambers, another vital aspect is attitude. A complaining mind ages rapidly. A grateful mind stays light. Every single day. When we fixate on what is absent, we feel crushed. When we focus on what we possess, we feel energized. Gratitude preserves the mind's youth. It is equally important to prevent mental stagnation. Repeating the same actions, recycling the same thoughts, reacting in identical ways. These patterns breed dullness. Disrupt your routine occasionally. Attempt something unfamiliar. Even modest changes can revitalize the mind. Old age is frequently blamed for forgetfulness and decline, but in many cases, it is not age itself, it is disuse. Just like muscles weaken without movement, the mind deteriorates without stimulation. The truth is clear. A person who keeps learning stays alive on the inside. A person who stops learning slowly fades regardless of their age. So do not focus only on maintaining your outer appearance. Invest in your inner world, because a sharp, curious and positive mind is the real secret to feeling young at any point in life. One of the deepest sources of suffering in old age is not physical pain, but emotional weight. People carry memories, grudges, regrets and expectations for years, sometimes entire decades. Over time, this emotional luggage becomes suffocating, exhausting, and impossible to manage. Life is constantly shifting. People arrive and depart. Situations transform. Nothing remains permanent. Yet we try to grip everything as if holding tighter can somehow stop change. But the tighter we grip, the more we suffer. Letting go is not surrender. It is maturity. Many people cling to past wounds. They replay old conversations, revisit painful moments, and keep old injuries bleeding. But holding on to pain does not punish the other person. It only destroys the one carrying it. Forgiveness is not declaring that what happened was acceptable. It is liberating yourself from the weight of hauling it forward. Expectations are another concealed source of suffering. We expect people to behave predictably, to understand us, to fulfill our needs. When they fail, disappointment arrives. Over time, these disappointments stack and breed bitterness. Releasing expectations brings peace. It allows us to receive people as they truly are, not as we demand them to be. Regret is also a crushing burden. Dwelling on what could have been, what should have been, what might have been. These thoughts imprison us in the past, but life can only travel forward. Drawing lessons from the past is wise, but residing in it is not. Detachment does not equal indifference. It means engagement without being consumed. It means caring fully, but not dissolving yourself in the process. As we age, the journey stretches longer and grows more reflective. Hauling unnecessary emotional weight makes the journey brutal. Traveling light makes it beautiful. Releasing creates room for new experiences, new connections, new stillness. It permits the mind to settle and the heart to recover. The truth is, life will eventually strip us of people, of roles, of possessions. The question is not whether we will let go, but when. If we choose to do it willingly and gracefully, we discover freedom. If we resist, we invite suffering. So begin releasing what no longer serves your growth. Not everything deserves to be carried forward. Choose peace over pride. Choose liberation over attachment. Because ultimately, a peaceful heart is far more precious than a heavy one. In the early chapters of life, many people focus intensely on building careers, accumulating wealth, and chasing success. There is nothing wrong with ambition, but frequently in that pursuit, relationships are sidelined. Time with family shrinks. Friendships are deferred. Emotional bonds are taken for granted. In that season, it feels justified. I am doing this for my family. People say, but gradually a gap begins forming. Conversations grow shorter. Bonds grow thinner. And before we recognize it, distance has replaced closeness. In old age, this imbalance surfaces completely. Money may be present, but companionship is absent. Comfort may exist, but genuine connection does not, and in that moment many understand that relationships cannot be reconstructed instantly. They demand time, attention, and presence. Relationships are like plants. If you water them consistently, they grow strong. If you neglect them, they wither away. You cannot abandon them for years and expect them to bloom when you suddenly need them. Small gestures make enormous differences. Spending time with loved ones, listening without distraction, sharing laughter, being fully present. These are the real investments. These are the real investments. They offer no immediate returns, but over decades they build profound emotional wealth. Friendships matter equally. Having people you can confide in, laugh with, and rely on enriches every layer of life. These bonds provide shelter during storms and celebration during sunshine. Family connections also require nurturing. Calling your parents, playing with your children, showing up for your partner. These moments build trust and genuine closeness. They create memories that outlast any material achievement. In old age, what people ache for most is not money. It is conversation. It is companionship. It is the feeling of being truly seen and deeply loved. Loneliness is among the most devastating experiences a person can endure. It wounds not just the emotions but the physical body too. Strong relationships, however, deliver comfort, security, and lasting happiness. The truth is simple. Money can provide convenience, but it cannot replace human connection. It can purchase services, but not authentic care. It can manufacture comfort, but never belonging. So while you construct your financial future, never neglect your emotional future as well. Invest time in people, express appreciation. Stay genuinely connected, because ultimately life is not measured by how much you accumulated, but by how deeply you belonged. One of the most essential ingredients of a healthy old age is carrying a sense of purpose. Without purpose, life turns hollow, repetitive, and empty of meaning. With purpose, even unremarkable days feel significant and deeply worthwhile. Many people tie purpose exclusively to career or work. They believe that retirement signals the end of their role in the world. But this is a profound misunderstanding. Retirement is not the death of purpose. It is the birth of a different kind of purpose. Purpose need not be grand or extraordinary. It can be quiet and deeply meaningful. Teaching a child, helping a neighbor, volunteering, passing on knowledge. These acts generate a sense of contribution. They affirm that we remain valuable, still needed. The human mind and heart are nourished by usefulness. When someone feels they have stopped contributing, disconnection follows. This can trigger sadness, loss of drive, and deteriorating health. Conversely, having something to anticipate each day generates energy. It provides a reason to rise, to stay engaged, to remain present. Purpose creates direction. It gives life its structure. Serving others is one of the most powerful gateways to purpose. When we fixate only on ourselves, our world contracts. When we pour into others, our world expands profoundly. Acts of kindness, regardless of scale, deliver deep fulfillment. Sharing experience is another rich form of purpose. Older individuals carry knowledge and wisdom that younger generations genuinely need. By offering these insights, they continue contributing in profoundly meaningful ways. It is also vital to align purpose with genuine passion. Doing something you love makes the experience deeply rewarding. Whether it is gardening, teaching, writing, or serving others, what matters is the sense of meaning it creates. Purpose is not about recognition. It is about fulfillment. It is about fulfillment. It is about knowing that your existence carries value beyond your personal needs. The truth is clear. A person with purpose stays vibrant, engaged, and full of life. A person without purpose gradually loses their spark regardless of age. So do not wait for life to hand you a role. Claim one deliberately. Find ways to give. Stay involved. Stay engaged. Because as long as you have something meaningful to offer, you will always have a powerful reason to live fully. In today's relentless world, people are perpetually occupied. There is always something demanding attention, somewhere to rush, something to conquer. Calendars overflow, but minds remain restless and unsatisfied. In the race of managing life, many people forget to actually experience it. As we age, external motion naturally decelerates, but internal movement intensifies. Thoughts grow louder, emotions cut deeper. In those moments, the health of the inner world becomes absolutely critical. Nourishing the soul means tending to this inner landscape. It means carving out moments of silence, reflection, and genuine self-awareness. It is not about religion or ritual. It is about honest connection with yourself, with your thoughts, with your deeper source of meaning. Silence holds tremendous power. Within silence, we begin observing our own patterns. We recognize what genuinely matters. We see clearly what the noise previously concealed. Without silence, the mind stays cluttered and chaotic. Meditation is one doorway into this connection. Sitting quietly, anchoring attention on the breath, allowing thoughts to drift past. These gentle practices cultivate inner stillness. They dissolve stress and restore clarity of thought. Reflection is equally transformative. Pausing to examine life, to make sense of experiences, this process yields wisdom. It matures us emotionally and deepens us spiritually. Gratitude also carries extraordinary weight. Anchoring attention on what we have rather than lamenting what we lack builds a quiet contentment. It redirects the mind from hunger to appreciation. Spiritual nourishment requires no elaborate complexity. It demands only consistency. Brief, regular moments of inner connection carry more power than infrequent grand gestures. In old age, when outer distractions dissolve, the inner world becomes the dominant source of all experience. If the mind is settled, life feels settled. If the mind churns, no degree of outer comfort can manufacture peace. The truth is unmistakable. External achievement cannot fill an inner void, but inner stillness can transform even the humblest existence into something genuinely luminous. So carve out time for yourself. Deliberately slow down. Step away from the noise. Return to your own center. Because in the end, the richness of your life is not determined by how frantically you moved, but by how peacefully you rested within.